Welcome, students. Now we are in standard 6th, and this is your general science book. We have the 16 contents in this book, but now we are going to start our chapter number 1, that is natural resources, air, water, and land. So, come on, we'll start our chapter. Chapter number 1, natural resources, that is air, water, and land. You can see a picture here. See the picture carefully. See the picture carefully. What things we can see in the picture? See the picture carefully. Observe the picture alongside and answer the questions. Where do we see the birds? In the sky, correct. Where is the cow grazing? On a land. Look at the trees and the road. You can see the trees and road there. Where does the river come from? And how does it flow? So, the area down there it is given, that is lithosphere. Upside the water is known as hydrosphere, and where the sky is known as atmosphere. You can see in the picture carefully. Lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. The area of land is known as lithosphere. The area of water is known as hydrosphere and atmosphere. So now we are going to our next part. The atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. The atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds our earth. The surface of earth comprises water and land, that is the hydrosphere and lithosphere. We have water 71% and land 29%. Of what these, hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. Figure 1.2 shows the proportion. We also ask upon these natural components. Now, the atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. Means earth has only hydrosphere and lithosphere. When we look up these natural components in the solid, liquid and gaseous form as resources. In other words, we use them to fulfill our requirements. Let us now study all these three components in main detail. These words are new for you. Hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, but you have to remember these words properly. Now, you can see here the percentage of water present on a whole earth is more than the percentage of land. Water is 71% and land is 29%, as you can see in the picture. Now we are going to our next part, that is air. Air. The air in the atmosphere around the earth contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and 6 other inert gases. Here, the proportion of nitrogen is 78%. You can see here in the diagram, the proportion of oxygen is 21%, argon is 0.9%, and other constituents of air 0.07%. And as usual, carbon dioxide is 0.03%. Now, carbon dioxide, 6 inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor and dust particles. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor, dust particles are all the constituents of air. The troposphere contains about 80% of the total mass of gas in the air. The troposphere contains about 80% of the total mass of gas in the air, while this proportion is about 19% in the stratosphere. Further, in the mesosphere and ionosphere, the proportion of mass of gases goes on decreasing. Gases are not found in the exosphere and beyond. Here, mesosphere and ionosphere has less proportion of gases, means the mass of gases goes on decreasing, and gases are not found in the exposure and beyond, exosphere and beyond. You can see that air is a mixture of several gases and is the chief constituents of the Earth's atmosphere. Besides this, gases also contain the water vapor and dust particles. The amount of gases in the air is the greatest near the surface and decreases as we go higher and higher from the surface. That is, air becomes rarer in higher altitudes. The proportion of constituents of air and some of their uses is given here. We have already seen the proportions. Now, the amount of the gases in the air is greatest near the surfaces and decreases as we go higher and higher from the surface. From this line, we get to know that near the Earth's surface, there is a greatest amount of gases in the air, but it decreases as we go higher and higher from the Earth's surface. Now, as we have seen, we are going to the next part. Our next part is some uses of gases in air. We have studied about nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, helium, neon, krypton, xenon. But we'll see deeply about them. What is meant by nitrogen? See, nitrogen is a gas, helps living things to build the necessary proteins. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuffs. Nitrogen is necessary protein. It helps us to build the necessary protein and useful in the production of ammonia in the airtight packaging of foodstuffs. Now next to oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oxygen necessary for respiration and living things for the combustion, you know that. And carbon dioxides, plant use it for producing their food, used in fire extinguishers. We know about these two gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Now the next is argon, used in electric bulbs. Argon is used in electric bulbs. Helium used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in airships. For obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in airships. Helium balloons we have seen. The next is neon. Now, neon is used in decorative lights and for street lighting. This component used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Now, this krypton and xenon. We'll see about krypton, used in fluorescent tubes. We have the tube lights at our home. It is used in fluorescent tubes. And xenon, used in flash photography. Always remember that a living world on Earth is sustained due to the balance between various gases and other constitution of air. The atmosphere is very important filter. It allows the light and heat of the sun to reach the earth, which is necessary for life, but it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. It is in the atmosphere that fog, clouds, snow, and rain are produced. Now, very important filter. The atmosphere is very important filter. Just note this line. Why? The atmosphere is a very important filter. See how it works. It allows light and heat of the sun to reach to the earth. But it prevents us from the harmful elements. It allows light and heat, but it prevents us from the harmful elements to reach to the earth's surface. So important thing about this. Now, the living world on the earth is sustained due to the balance between various gases and other constitution of air.